In just 3 seasons, Real Madrid secured 9 major trophies under a manager who had never led a senior team before. But how did this even happen? This is the story of how Zidane's Real Madrid quite literally transformed European football. 3 in the box, waiting for the cross. And it's there. Then Ronaldo, what a finish. Real Madrid have done it again. They've clinched their 3rd consecutive UEFA Champions League title. To understand how Real Madrid conquered Europe, we need to rewind to the 2014-15 season when Carlo Ancelotti was managing the club. That year turned out to be a disappointing one for Madrid. They finished 2 points behind Barcelona in La Liga, got knocked out of the Champions League in the semi-finals by Juventus, and were eliminated from the Copa del Rey in the round of 16. Despite a trophyless campaign, Real Madrid played brilliant football, ending the season as the highest-scoring team in Europe. Cristiano Ronaldo also enjoyed one of his best-ever seasons individually. But at a club like Real Madrid, coming close is never good enough. Success isn't a goal, it's an expectation. That same year, Barcelona were arguably the strongest team on the planet. Their feared MSN trio, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar, tore through Europe, leading Barca to a historic treble. Meanwhile, Madrid were going through a transition. Club staples like Xabi Alonso and Angel Di Maria moved on, while new signings like Keylor Navas and James Rodriguez came in. It was also the season Zinedine Zidane quietly began his coaching journey by taking over Real Madrid Castilla, the club's B team. At the end of that season, Ancelotti was sacked. Florentino Perez wanted a new leader and turned to Rafa Benitez. But this appointment wouldn't last long. The 2015-16 season began with Real Madrid reshaping their squad even further. Casemiro returned from loan, Mateo Kovacic and Marco Asensio were added, while legendary figures like Iker Casillas, Sami Khedira, and Fabio Coentrão departed. The squad had the pieces, it just needed the right leader. Benitez, however, was not that. Madrid opened their league campaign with a goalless draw, but quickly followed it up with 4 straight wins, scoring 14 and conceding only 2. Ronaldo was firing again, netting 5 goals in 1 game against Espanyol. Still, something was off. They hit a rough patch in September, drawing back-to-back games against Malaga and Atletico Madrid. Still, by November, they were top of La Liga. But then came 2 back-to-back losses, 3-2 to Sevilla, and a humiliating 4-0 home defeat to Barcelona in El Clásico, the club's worst in over 6 years. In the Copa del Rey, they opened with a 3-1 win, but disaster struck days later. Real Madrid were disqualified for fielding a suspended player, ending their cup run before it really began. Their Champions League group stage was smoother. 5 wins, 1 draw, capped off by an 8-0 thrashing of Malmo, where Ronaldo scored 4. Despite that, cracks were showing. They drew 2-2 with Valencia to start the new year, and were now 3rd in La Liga, trailing both Atletico and Barcelona. That's when Perez made the call. Benitez was sacked mid-season. His replacement? Zinedine Zidane. The announcement shocked many. Zidane was a legend as a player, but he had no top-level coaching experience. Critics doubted him from the start. Zidane silenced the noise immediately. His debut was a 5-0 win over Deportivo, featuring a Bale hat trick. Ironically, Bale and Zidane's relationship would fall apart later. One of Zidane's first major changes was making Casemiro a starter. Until then, he was mostly used off the bench. Zidane began with 5 wins and 1 draw in his first 6 league matches. Then came a draw at Malaga and a painful home defeat to Atletico Madrid. By then, the league gap to Barcelona was 12 points. It felt like the title race was over, but Zidane's team didn't fold. Starting from March 2nd, they went on a 12-game win streak in La Liga, including a huge 2-1 away win against Barcelona that snapped their 39-match unbeaten run. Ramos was sent off. Real had a goal disallowed, but Benzema and Ronaldo won it for them. By May, Madrid had fought back into the title race. They beat Deportivo 2-0 on the final day, but Barcelona won too, securing the title by just 1 point. Still, Madrid weren't done, because that season, Real Madrid lifted a far greater trophy, the Champions League. They breezed past Roma in the round of 16 with back-to-back 2-0 wins. But the quarterfinals were dramatic. Real Madrid lost the first leg 2-0 to Wolfsburg. But in Madrid, Ronaldo delivered, scoring a stunning hat-trick to overturn the deficit and send them through. In the semi-finals, they edged Manchester City with a 1-0 win over 2 legs and set up a third Champions League final in 3 years against Atletico Madrid.